become my father. Prepare to die. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Danny Vega, aka Danny V. And today we're going to talk about one of the big four. Today's subject is film. And what are we talking about? We're talking about Cobra Kai Season 3. This is 6. Cobra Kai Season 3. That's right. Listen, I used to be a martial artist. I think I still got it though. Ready? Oh, oh God! Ah, my hamstring! I think it's hard! Oh. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell button for more updates on future videos. And we can't forget my sponsors. Don't forget to go to my boy's channel, DJ Venom. That's right. Go to his SoundCloud, DJ Venom, and also on his Twitch, which is DJ_Venom. And remember, he's a beast at Super Smash Bros. I dare one of you to challenge him. Before we get started, don't forget, spoilers. 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 So, Cobra Kai Season 3. What did I think about it? I gave it a big thumbs.
Move this man!
Listen, I'm sorry. I really wanted to enjoy this season, and I felt like it is under par, and here's why. I just felt like this season was a lot of retconning and things that didn't really need to be in it. I mean, at the end of the second season, we see that train wreck that happened. You know, Johnny throws his phone, and then he gets requests from Allie. Then we're like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Now, we all thought that Daniel and Johnny was gonna team up. That eventually happens, but not in the way that we think it was gonna happen. They come together at the end of the series, not really because of them, but like the kids. And I get it, but this is supposed to be like Johnny's show, but it focused on a lot this season of Daniel and the kids, which is not a problem. I mean, I do love a couple of things about the season. I love the nostalgia of like Karate Kid 2. I like that Daniel goes to Okinawa and he finds the scroll from the Miyagi family. We see Chosen from Karate Kid 2. Like, that right there shocked me, and I thought there was going to be an epic battle again, because in Japanese culture, you know, way back, that they had this whole thing about death and honor, that they rather die than lose a battle because it was dishonorable. So I thought he's going to be like, you dishonored me, I need my honor back, and like have this all-out brawl. It didn't really happen like that, but it was really cool to see Chosen. He's changed, because his whole focus on Cobra Kai is about change and growth, which is great, and Chosen's character showed that. He becomes basically Mr. Miyagi, which is awesome, but Daniel's son's supposed to be Mr. Miyagi, but obviously that's failing. I get it, Japanese culture. I'm a big fan of Japanese culture. You know, if you wanted to see the two differences between our culture of American culture and Japanese culture, boom, that episode just showed you right there. Super hot-headed, got all the awesome lessons, and still not Miyagi-ish. But then the bad guy, Japanese culture, just found his way spiritually from his uncle and turned into the new Mr. Miyagi for like one episode. And I love it. It hits you in the feels, you know. I got very emotional, especially when you hear the letter, you know, read by Kumiko that Mr. Miyagi wrote, her aunt. And then you get to see Yuna again. So it's a lot of good nostalgia. It's a lot of good childhood nostalgia for me. Like, all right, cool, because I watched all the Karate Kids. Yes, Karate Kid 1, 2, 3, and 4. I bet you didn't know there was a fourth one. I'm not talking about the one with Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith, the reboot, is not part 4. Part 4 was with a girl. And if you haven't seen it, watch it. But I'm letting you know you're not going to like it. That one was the worst out of the Karate Kids. And I mean, who doesn't love Jackie Chan? I mean, Jackie Chan in the reboot, man. It's awesome. Even though it's called Kung Fu Kid everywhere else, not Karate Kid. But, whatever. So Chosen gives Daniel the Miyagi-Do, like secret techniques of pressure points. And, you know, he comes back, and obviously we all know that's going to be come in handy, and sure enough it does at the end when Kreese tries to kill him, and basically he's just like, pressure point, pressure point, pressure point. But we get back to that part later. There's a lot of things I don't like, and it has to do with the characters and the story of itself. Hear me out. So in improv, we have a rule called yes and. And the reason why we say yes and is because anytime someone creates a world or characters or whatever, if you create a scene and you say no, you stop the scene. And so everything that basically is developed comes crumbling down. Now, It's really hard to recover from a scene like that, even if you're great improvisers. A no is really hard, unless there's like small loopholes that you can use a no to progress a scene forward, but usually a no is a hard stop. I feel like this is what happened in this season. And it's just like how Last Jedi did it to Force Awakens. It's the same thing. When you say no to everything that JJ built and you make your own thing, that's not our Luke, by the way. When you destroy that, it's really hard to recover. Hence, Episode 9. Episode 9 was a complete waste of time because you're not going to recover from that. But that's what happened here. From season 1 to season 2 to season 3, I'll give you an example. Hawk was bullied, he started becoming a badass, got even to more of a badass, and then in season 3 you see it, you're like, oh shoot, he's going a little nuts, you know, he starts beating on one of the bullies that bullies him and he's just going all out, so you think he's gonna be the next Kreese, like super badass. But then breaks Dimitri's arm and he starts to feel bad. And don't give me that's his best friend. Listen, in the last 2 seasons he had no problem whooping Dimitri's ass, and then Dimitri whooped him at the end of season 2, which is unbelievable, by the way. There's no way. It's not enough for me. Like, your character's going this way. It's not enough for me to justify, like, I broke my best friend's arm, I'm a good guy now. What? That's the same thing I felt with Robbie. Like, he was a bad kid, supposed to be like his dad, like a degenerate, and then all of a sudden, you know, Daniel takes him in and, you know, does his Mr. Miyagi magic, and then all of a sudden, even with their trials and tribulations between each other, all of a sudden, he's a good kid. End of season 2, he accidentally, and it was an accident, kicks Miguel off the second story. Miguel breaks his back, and then he runs away. I think they missed potential there. He could have been struggling with, oh my God, am I good? Am I bad? Am I good? Am I bad? I have no idea, but doesn't happen that way. But to be fair, in the story, the way the story is written, Daniel jumps the gun, as he always does. Instead of just talking to him, be like, hey, it's better if you turn yourself in, the police get called and they take him in, and Robbie thinks he got betrayed. Now, I can see why that's a big deal, and then be like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. But at the same time, I would give my dad a benefit of the doubt, even though he's a piece of crap, not a stranger to Kreese. Like, I'm gonna understand if Kreese was manipulating the whole time, like Palpatine, like, your father's going to betray you, and Daniel too. And then all of a sudden, like, these things start happening and he sees everything the way Kreese sees it, and then all of a sudden it's like, yep, gotta go with that guy. Or, you know, like a be killed type of deal, he accidentally kills somebody or something, you know, like, and then he's like, I agree with you now, I'm gonna go with this guy, can you be my new daddy please? But I just feel like that didn't happen. Like, I feel like he should have got at least redemption. Like, Daniel goes to Okinawa, comes back being more Mr. Miyagi-ish and helping him, you know, redeem himself, and then all of a sudden it's like, yay, that's awesome, he gets redemption. Nope. I think the only consistent one is Miguel. Like, Miguel gets his back broken, and then Johnny's there, and it's great character development for both of them. He has like this Rocky Balboa, like rising up, back on the street. It's great character development between both of them, but at least it's consistent, unlike the other two. And then Sam, she's as inconsistent as ever. First she's a badass, now she's not. She's hyperventilating, getting anxiety. I get it, it can be traumatic, sure. Let's give her that. But she has no problem jumping from guy to guy. I mean, jumping from guy to guy is her cardio. That's just it. I felt like her and Tori's fight was very underwhelming. It's like, yeah, not afraid of you, I'll get you later. Instead of giving her one good, I feel like a lot of these no's is because of how many writers and directors are on this show. Like, look at this. Look how many writers are on this. And don't give me, I know what you're gonna say. Well, Mandalorian has writers and directors. You're right. But who are the main 2 writers? I don't know. Let's see. Jon Favreau and George Lucas. That's right, the main 2 writers on there, and they're overseers to make sure the story goes exactly where it wants to go. Yeah. So no matter how many directors you have, as long as you have someone that's like, hey man, this is where the story's going. Do your magic, but this is where the story's going. That's what it is. I can just see it now, just the writer's room, like, hey, yeah, you know, Hawk's gonna be a badass. Well, no, he's not. What do you mean? I wrote after you that, yeah, he's gonna be a good guy. Okay, so how is that gonna work? Well, you know, he's gonna break Dimitri's arm and gonna feel really, really bad about it. What? Yeah, and Susan, she wrote that Robbie's gonna just join Kreese for no reason. What? Yeah, even though we try to make him a good guy, get away from being a bad guy. It's gonna be great. It's gonna work out. It's gonna be fine. Man, I've been drinking a lot of haterade, just a lot. I think how this season should have went is that Hawk should have just went crazy, became a mini Kreese, and then you have both pupils, Miguel and Robbie, go and fight like Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, and Hawk just Darth Maul's Robbie like he did Qui-Gon Jinn. And then you have the epic battle between Miguel and Hawk at the end, and then Miguel wins, and woo, redemption for Johnny, it's Johnny's story, woo, awesome. That's just how I feel it should went. I felt like season 3 should have been more of Daniel and Johnny throughout, just trying to make it work, instead of just being like, same old thing. Like the last 2 seasons, we just don't work. A short period of time with Allie is what brings them together, and like I said, the kids are more coming together, like they formed a truce. It was like, kids came together, it was like, hey man, we should talk. Now I don't want to talk, no, we should talk. I'm telling you, there's someone out there that's more dangerous. And they're like, yeah, you're right, what was I thinking? You could have just had Daniel and Johnny do the exact same thing, but nope, had to take Allie to do it. I feel like that is just a waste, but I get it, it's nostalgia, and you know, we had to have that happen, especially like what's her role gonna be. I would love it to be better. Apparently the actress really wanted to like have her own karate dojo and come back and be like, I'm a karate master too. That would have been dope. How I would list my favorite of seasons in Cobra Kai, I would list 1, 2, 3, just right in order, because I feel like they're just dragging this out. And Kreese's background is cool, I get it, but how many times is Hollywood gonna give us a reason for a bad guy being a bad guy? Sometimes a bad guy is just a bad guy. What happened to those? Like, there's no bad people in this world, just no. You know, I get it, I get the damage, and trust me, PTSD is real. I am not shitting on that, but I feel like it would have been great to not give him a reason to be bad, just that he's just a psycho. That's it. Give a little mystery to Kreese. Well, if you like this video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell button for more video updates, and comment below. Let me know what's your favorite season of Cobra Kai. Do you agree with me? If you don't agree with me, love you, be safe, talk to you soon.